Oh.
Welcome back to an actually good anime about card games.
Yep, Cardfight Vanguard, episode 173.
Legion Mate Bananas.
Featuring Roddy Tops.
Yep. Roddy Tops.
That's a different show game altogether, but yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, it's the fight between Misaki and Rati. Oh! So, Rati wants to start calling Misaki Misakin. Misakin because she gave her donuts. And what more to life is there than donuts?
Donuts are the devil's food. Sometimes literally made of devil's food.
Indeed. So, they start their fight, and they, of course, skip everything unimportant just to go to grade 3. They do a little bit of the ride-up thing. They basically have a interlude Kote walking to say that time has passed.
At least they were saying what they were doing instead of yelling into the air while other people had to say what they were doing.
They bring the reporter guy in just so he can translate for them.
But in that episode, we actually saw him riding up.
Yeah.
He was just there to add extra
oomph.
I guess they had a little extra money for this episode, so they wanted to spend it.
They beat up Buddy Fight for their lunch money. So, in this dimension, in the Rati's prison, when rear guards get turned into zeros, they go into the negative zone.
Yes, they do. They get thrown into negative zone by Superman because they get stuck in little, almost two-dimensional rectangles, and then they spiral away, and then something else replaces them.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Kneel before Zod.
So then Misaki just keeps flashing back about Aichi, like, I gotta say Aichi, I love Aichi, we're thinking about Aichi. Is it Aichi?
Just
yes.
marry already.
Have your threesome with Corian when you find her, if she still exists.
Our keys were here the whole time. Thank you for wasting my time, Taya. Just look already.
Yeah, so then Rati's like, are you thinking about donuts, Misaki? You're kind of just daydreaming over there. And she's like, no, I was thinking about Aichi. So then Misaki uses a quintet wall, and she's like, oh, I think I have enough things now in order to do my CEO, I don't know how to pronounce this name.
Yggdrasil.
Yggdrasil? Yggdrasil. Yeah,
it's the Nordic tree of life.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she was once Neonectar, and then she decided she wasn't.
And that's also why she's a tree and never moves.
Just like a tree. Like, seriously. I complained about this before in Buddy Fight, but Jesus. This is the only character in this show, or card I should say, in this show that's ever does not move, period.
We seriously need to fly to Japan and teach them what the meaning of a moving hold is.
Like, I don't even know if you understand. Literally, the pose that Yggdrasil has when she is ridden is the exact same pose that she has for the rest of the show.
I'm Yggdrasil, guys. I should just do the whole review like this.
And I was just, like, laughing at that point.
Wait, no, my back needs to be arched more. She's like this.
You get the idea. Continue.
So yeah, she never ever fucking moves, and except for like once where she goes like, and then one time there's an explosion and she flaps a little bit.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you guys really quickly. This is what Rati's gonna be when she grows up. I found this on VP. If you guys remember that episode of The Simpsons, you know why that's funny. Oh god, anyway.
So yeah, Misaki starts to spam effects so fast, I don't even know if I wrote all these down correctly. So first, there is a card she places on rear guard, it makes her soul charge 3, Yggdrasil gains like 5, then soul blast. Rico's just losing his shit.
Shut up, man. Keep going.
So, Yggdrasil, like, soul blasts a shit ton of cards. I did not count how many. They did not say. And she gets +1 crit, and your opponent can't use grade 1s or higher to guard. So we got another one of those legions. Except hers seems to be a lot harder to pull off.
It ruins game. Sorry. I really like that one.
Yeah, and then she Soul Blasted one card that was, when it's put into the drop from Soul, it gives +5 to the Vanguard. And so Yggdrasil's fucking huge at this point. And,
no guard, I guess.
Yeah, no guard, I guess. She pulls a crit, but that's not enough to finish off Rati.
Although the Subbers did something weird here, or she did either way, where they're like going on, if this attack hits, she'll be at 5. I hope I can do this. Let's find out. Attack. And it's like, she already said she doesn't guard. It's going to happen. You know it's going to happen.
Yeah, were you thinking she was going to get a heal trigger or something? She's even if it hit, it does, like, it's going to hit, even if she gets the heal trigger. You crazy, Misaki.
If this hits.
Yeah, so she tries to attack again, and Rati's like, well, I have all these cards I didn't guard with before. And Misaki's like, no, that didn't work. I thought she didn't have any cards, since I obviously can't count cards.
Well, what you gonna do?
Yeah, so then Rati's kind of like, what's all this friendship shit you're talking about all the time?
See, I've never played Yu-Gi-Oh! Before. I don't know what this is about.
It's even funnier when you consider that her legion is the Good Friends Legion.
They're lesbians and you know it.
Yep, it's probably Lover's Legion.
But Crunchyroll being Crunchyroll, I believe they didn't do that on purpose.
Yeah. So, she's like, Misaki, explain friendship to me. And Misaki's like, this is the thing that's wonderful. It makes you feel warm inside and know that people care about you. And Rachi's like, is it tastier than donuts? No, I don't care.
Heart of the cards, guide me. Heart of the cards, why did you betray me?
So then, Rati Legions. We see another effect of her Legion, or of the Legion mate, where if you, it seems that you can burn a rear guard. Most likely it has to be the grade 3, though.
Burn itself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember. Like, I haven't bothered to read these cards because I'm not going to use them. I want to say it's like the rear guard effect of the grade 2.
Yeah.
Where it's like if your Vanguard is Legioned, retire it to draw 2 cards.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. I know that it was the grade 3 that got retired, so I think it's when you place the other one, maybe.
Who freaking knows?
Burn it. But still, it's burn a card, draw 2. That is a +1.
Like I said, I'm not very interested in the witches because whatever.
Yeah, you're not gonna play them. There's like we've got one guy who's guaranteed going to play them, and then me possibly if they have a second build.
And there's this whole big thing going down on whether or not they're good or not, and I don't want to get in the middle of it. They exist. That's what they are to me. I have no actual opinion on them either way.
I'm like that for a lot of clans. So then, Misaki bites the dust and gets raped by plants. Meanwhile, Rati's going on and on about how everything's an illusion. It's a mirage. Nothing's real. So yeah.
Are you okay,
Yeah, I'm okay. But yeah, Misaki loses so hard. It's like, seriously, Misaki, that you had, like, your Vanguard Legion skill is pretty damn great. It seems like it's a little bit convoluted to pull off since you need so many cards from the drop in order to do it, but still.
Counting her drop zone like she used to count her soul, like she used to count her deck. Like she should just be using the old days thing and go back to think tanks.
It's a Vanguard skill.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a Vanguard. The Vanguard Legion apparently can burn a card and draw 2. That's pretty great. So yeah. Misaki, why do you suck?
Because they need this as motivation for her to go back to using her Oracle think tanks.
Let's hope!
Because, you know, she has this tendency to flake out every time she loses. Oh god, I guess there's too many Silent Toms in my deck, even though they never actually came out to do anything in that fight. I better strip it back down to like 2. Because it didn't show up for me enough or something. I forgot what the reason was, but it was a stupid reason.
Yeah, they didn't show up enough. Better limit them.
Oh yeah, I keep losing because my opponents keep getting all the triggers in the world and I'm getting none of the triggers. I better just ditch the deck my freaking parents made for me before they died, so I can play everyone's witches, i.e. Coco, i.e. the deck that freaking would not go away when it first came out.
Yeah, that was weird how everyone played that deck.
Because it was so easy to use. Anyone could pick it up because it literally takes no thinking. The Coco deck is ride Coco, draw 3 cards, attack, and that's it. You literally don't need to think about anything else in that deck.
Yeah, the only thing I always had to do with that deck was remember Lulu doesn't come out. Stop making Lulu come out. I remember you guys constantly had to remind me of that.
Yes, I remember that.
So the Kai senses in the distance that Misaki has lost again. Useless.
Season 3 Misaki, best Misaki, clearly. She's the only one who can actually win consistently.
Yeah, and oh yeah, Kote has friends.
What?
They appeared.
Well, we knew that he had friends. I'm just surprised they actually made it to the airport. Of course they didn't make it on time, just like Native American brother did last time. He made it after everyone was finished. Why don't they even take a car to the airport? Why don't they just walk? Or take a bike?
No, they say at the end we should take the train back home and just leave their car there.
Yep. Screw this traffic. It is the devil's work.
It's not worth the car.
Just leave the car here. Someone will tow it somewhere. We can pick it up later.
So then that's the end of the episode, and the preview happens, and remember how we all got rused that Rati wasn't using musketeers?
Of all of the people to be using musketeers, of course it's the guy who uses the Millennium Ice Prison.
Because when I think of musketeers, you know, those sunny, bright, colorful flower people, I think of freezing cold!
You know, right? I mean, there's so many theories of what he could be using. Royal Paladins, Aqua Force, even Spike Brothers because of Frozen Ogre. But, dude, what doesn't even make sense? Like, compared to the other 3. Like, Knave obviously Steel Beams uses robots, which is a bit of a stretch because, you know, grass, but, you know, forest. They live in the forest.
Yeah.
The Gold Paladin's Burning Passion. He would not shut up about the Burning Passion. It's hard not to know what his symbolism was.
Yeah. But, hey guys, we're gonna have ice for the last guy. What should we make him? Let's make him musketeers.
Well, at least we know one thing about him. That means he's destined to be the worst player. Anyone who uses musketeers is instantly bad in this show. No offense to musketeer players, as you are one of them, Em, but in the show, if you use musketeers, you're going to lose. But maybe he'll break the mold. Freaking, it wouldn't be the first time Legion Mate's done it.
The thing is like the whole entire thing about this makes me wonder, did they just accidentally in the script get the word ice and plant confused? Like, Rati was supposed to be the ice person, and he was supposed to be the plant person? Was that like a last minute change? I don't know.
Oh no.
Point is, it's stupid, and apparently Kamui's the best player on the team.
Well, technically he is. I mean, he beat Kai pretty good. And he has one of the better win rates on screen than anyone else in the show. I mean, his win rate in Season 1 was about the same as Misaki's, you know, some wins, some losses. He almost never lost in Season 2, except for against Star Wolf that one time. Otherwise, I think he's won every one of his fights in Season 2. In Season 3, he only lost once, well, not reversed, and then once when reversed. He has a pretty good win rate, is what I'm saying.
And now he's the best player in the show.
Apparently.
Because we pretty much know he's going to beat them. Unless they're going to keep up this everyone has to lose first thing like in Season 2.
If it does that, I'm going to be like, oh my god, we'll go back to Season 2 and 3, where we can't actually let the plot move forward yet.
We got 80 episodes to fill out, guys. Keep everyone losing.
Okay, I hope that's not the case. I hope they do something.
Do something!
Like, Graveyard's like my only hope. Well, there's Arc 5 too, dude, but Arc 5 is going to be like 200 episodes. If it's anything like the last 3 seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh! It will run for like 4 years. So there's going to be lots of patches of nothing in that show too. It happens when you have something wrong for that long. You know, you're gonna have some up moments and down moments.
I would say that Vanguard needs to have the twist like Kill la Kill where everything's aliens, but they did that last season.
The aliens already attacked, and they're probably gonna come back because they're in Booster 17.
Yeah,
In fact, let's take us the time to talk about what we know from 17.
Yeah.
That's actually a good time to do
How
it.
much time do we got left? A lot?
Well, we're only 15 minutes in.
Oh yeah, dude, let's talk about this.
Alright. I hear some Kageroros are going to be in that set. What else is going to be in that set?
Royals, Golds, Aquaforce, Grand Blues, Tachikaze, Narukami, Kagero, and Link Joker.
And every single clan listed gets a Legion.
New Legion!
Which means most likely Seal Dragon Legion.
Which is exciting, but it also means now that Vague will be legioning. Oh dear God, my tits.
Yay! Well, not vague, but you could technically opt to do something like that. You know, beat their mouths in with the Legion for a while, and then when you want to make sure they can't 6 damage heal you or trigger against you to, you know, make sure they die right on top of Vague. He's not going to hit for nearly as big, but then again, he's going to hit pretty big. He's only going to make them drop like, what, 10 less, but they can't even use triggers anyway. So, whatever.
Depleted your hand, and now you can't even use what you have left.
So, that will be funny, if not just to be a gimmick deck. I'll probably play it like that just for funsies, if nothing else.
Yeah,
Grand Blue getting the Legion, that's all you needed to know.
Yeah, because Grand Blue can effectively use Legion the best out of anyone.
Yes. It's kind of cool when you can just dump everything into your drop zone to get the things you need and then throw the things you want in the deck back.
Yep.
When you're done. It's like reusing toilet paper.
Ew!
Hey, they're zombies, they can deal with it.
So yeah, I know a lot of people were losing their shit that Link Joker's back, because I remember like they were saying which archetypes they were, and
as long as the Legion doesn't support locking, and by support locking I mean itself doesn't lock things.
Yeah.
At least not too excessively, it should be okay. I mean, last thing we need is another Chaos Breaker Dragon.
Yeah, a lot of people are thinking it's going to be a triangle lock.
Like I said, if it's not that though, then it shouldn't even be a problem. Or even if it does something like its mate locks things, but Legion itself gives like power or something, or can retire locked units or something. Yeah, I don't know. I'm only spitballing ideas here. I'm not really doing in-depth ideas. I'm just saying we don't want another Chaos Breaker running around. Chaos Breaker is still good. And then you even got Glendios still, who exists.
Who ruins every reverse deck ever.
Like, we don't need more of things doing, like, big locks.
I know a lot of people are really hoping that Halcyon will actually be, like, the Legion, where they're hoping Link Joker's going to go full Morikawa. But actually, that's the thing I'm hoping for. I know it's probably not going to happen.
That would actually be interesting if that could build itself around basically making your grade 3s do everything else.
Yeah, I actually really, really hope that's the way that Link Joker will be going, because it's like, the whole entire lock thread is over, guys. Can we please just push it over there and make these guys grade 3 harder? I would love that. Like, I was originally going to build Link Joker with Chaos Breaker. I got sick of it and decided I was actually going to sell my deck, and then Halcyon came out, and I was like, well, now I gotta use this.
This is another fun deck, and continue with other ones, because really we can't say anything about Link Joker until we actually see what is coming out.
Yeah.
All I can really say is just hoping they aren't too good, you know. See, Tachikaze, getting any support for Tachikaze is a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, they are, surprisingly enough, the most underrated one in there. They're so underrated and forgotten. When people talk about things that need more support, they never come up, even. It's like...
It's always Mega Colony, Musketeers,
and Nubatama.
Nubatama, yeah.
And it's like, with Nubatama, you know why they aren't getting more support. Because if they are ever as good... if they were ever as good as everyone else was at the same time, they had all the same stuff that everyone else had at the same time everyone else did, they'd only win harder. Because it'd be like they can do the same things as everyone else, plus kill the hand. It's like, that's not gonna work. Mega Colony, there's only one way to do it, and they just don't want to do it to make them better, and that's make them do more things while your opponent's stuff is rested. Mm-hmm. It's like, where's our guy where if all your opponent's things are rested, it gains a crit? Dude, like, these things.
If all your things are rested, your opponent cannot use grade zeros to guard.
If all your opponent's things are rested, your opponent cannot intercept. Like, again, it's a spitballing, but even things like this, make them benefit from the opponent not being, having all their guys stood up. Make it so they have to, the opponent legitimately has to not attack with a full column, because if they do, then they're going to have a lot more to defend against. Even if you make some grade 3s that have something like, I don't know, if they're all rested plus 2 or 3k and a crit, to put some more pressure in there. Like, again, just ideas, but...
That'd be nanners.
Well, they need it, because without it, what are they going to do? Paralyze things? Stun things? Like, that's Link Joker does, but Link Joker does it better. Yeah. Why would you even bother at that point, dude? I mean, just give them more benefits for your opponent playing right. Like, your opponent plays right by attacking with all their cards, you punish them for it. Done and done.
Yeah. It's like, you better not use one of those things or I'm gonna get you.
Yep, if you use those things, I'm gonna have 3 guys with 2 crits on in my front row. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, it's like... That's the whole thing. The thing I do enjoy, though, is that it seems they are finally doing this thing where it's like, oh, there's 2 underrated clans now getting support in each one. Because, like, last one was Spike Brothers and Neo Nectar.
Spike Brothers is another example of a clan that's intentionally restricted, though. Because, again, if it had, like, all the stuff everyone else had, plus that power rush, it'd be crazy. Also, I mean, that's why they don't have a reverse of, Ben, oh my god, Ben and Dragger cross break ride. He attacks for 23 plus does something else. Meanwhile, all your other guys are attacking for like 20,000 or whatever, and it's like he probably would even have the effect of like Dudley Emperor without a counterblast even. Like even just counterblast 1, put 2 in the soul, bring out 2 guys. Like, oh my god, like, there's a reason they don't have that. It's because Ben and Dreyer is, for all intents and purposes, is probably one of the better break rides in relation to what he does for his clan.
Yes.
That's very important. Because, like, if you were in any other deck, it'd be like, okay, but I don't see it doing as well as in, say, the Tachikaze that we kind of forgot to talk about.
They're that unforgettable. They're that forgettable.
Yeah. As opposed to the Spike Brothers, who have ways to bring back guys who just attacked, so they can attack again.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's a really good rush. And then there's the whole matter of if they get 12 crits, it's all Snover.
Yeah, Tachikaze is kind of fun in that, I have to retire my guys, but, oh hey, I can put them back in the deck.
Well, it's not really. The things that do things have to kill them first.
Yeah.
To do things. Like I said, Dragon wouldn't work with them. Mm. But Legion could do some wonders for them. I mean, Legion can do wonders for anything, really, because it speeds up the game, but not in the wrong way.
It's like, oh, things are actually happening in mid-game now.
Yeah, everyone actually can have a mid-game now. Instead of having to wait until they're almost dead to do things. Like, I should know, I was actually playing with her the other day. Against, I forgot what deck it was.
You were using a Shadow Paladin build.
No, I'm talking about the Nova Grappler one, Sur Kaiser.
Oh yeah, Sur Kaiser.
I forgot what you were using, but it was a limit-breaking deck. I think it was Link Joker.
Yeah, actually. I was using my Halcyon deck.
Yep, and it was like, well, the joke's on you. I can actually guard early, because I don't need any damage to do my stuff. Because I made the deck that not have that many counterblasts, because I also had the cross right in there. And I just rode regular Sword Kaiser, and I'm waiting, and I'm like, attack, attack, attack. And then guard, guard, guard. So she's at 5, and I'm like at 2 damage, because I didn't need to take the damage to be awesome. Yeah. I just needed to be a Sword Kaiser and have a Death Army column.
Yeah, the thing is that Halcyon, like, I really, really hope that Halcyon is the Legion, because it's like he needs to go faster. You cannot wait.
Do you have an image of him?
No.
Oh, okay. Let's say if there's already a picture of him, I think it would tell you if he's Legion. Is he grade 3?
He is a grade 3.
Does he say Legion 2?
No. I mean, I want a Halcyon Legion.
Oh, you mean...
He's not a Legion.
I was going to say...
him to be.
I don't know much about him other than his thing, but it's like, is there something you're not telling me about him?
No, he's from Fighter's Collection.
Stop being drunk.
Sorry.
Like, you're saying things I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'm just saying I wish that he was the Legion.
You wish they had a Legion with his ability.
Yeah.
There's a difference in what you're saying.
Yay.
That's why you are not allowed to do that.
Okay.
Anyway. And who else was going to be in Aquaforce? Whatever. They always get things.
I know a lot of people are really like, Blue Storm Benedict! Blue Storm Benedict!
How much you want to bet that... I think Blaster Blade will probably be the only one who gets anything that's old as a Legion form.
Yeah.
I mean, who else has so far? No one.
We thought CC was going to, but then nope. That's not CC.
Nope, not CC. Freaking no one else has a damn thing. Like, yeah, Risers have a thing, but like they aren't
Blaster Dark, and that's it.
They aren't Battle Riser. Yeah, Blaster Dark, it will probably be a Legion, and then everything else will be related to Blaster Blade, and then everything else is just new cards.
Yeah,
so for those of you...
coming back too. That's it. Mordred's coming back too.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe Mordred, Blaster Dark.
Yep. I believe they are the Legion. I remember he's pink.
But yeah, I think they're the only ones, and that's because they're special snowflakes.
Like
that's why you're not going to see... That's what we haven't seen yet. Like, we've seen a lot of guys get their Legions, and we still haven't seen any familiar faces.
Night Swag Cocytus Legion for 2012. That's 2 years ago.
Yes, it is. I don't know what you're talking about.
I went for 2015.
I'm going to guess we're too tired to continue because we've had a long, long night and morning.
And weekend.
So, yeah, and weekend. So I guess we'll cut it off for now. Next time we'll probably just have some videos showcasing more card fights and maybe some buddy fights. Friday we'll see if buddy fight gives me a reason to keep watching or not.
We are this close to just giving up, guys.
Like, when the production studio starts giving up, you know it's bad.
This when Vanguard's production studio gives up, it gives up with style.
Yeah, although I really could have done without Yggdrasil attempting to move without her body actually moving. Yeah, it was literally like, it was the equivalent of seeing her floating there and then doing this. I have to go now. My planet needs me.
But with motion blur.
It's funny too because the maid, even though whenever teamed up with Yggdrasil wasn't moving, when it was behind Misaki, you could actually see her kind of moving. Not like actually moving, but she had different poses every time you saw her.
Yeah, she just kind of like wiggled every so often.
Sure. Looking at Roddy's direction, looking at Misaki when she was talking about friendship and heart of the cards, like, the mate actually did stuff. Yggdrasil, same pose the whole time, except for when she seeked the mate.
I was actually kind of excited to see Yggdrasil because she's been in the lore of many other cards before she came out. So I was like, who is this Yggdrasil person? Why is she so important? And then she just stands there.
She stands there and dies. Like everything Misaki uses.
Misaki, this is a sign. Go back to OTT.
Apparently it's a sign to go back to Battle Sisters. You don't need to think to use them. I'm at Battle Sisters.
Tsukiyomi
Battle Witches.
Legion.
Although you don't need to think that much for Battle Sisters either. I should know. I play them.
Wait, no, we need Battle Sister Legion. Forget Tsukiyomi
I mean,
Legion.
the only thing you really ever need to do is think about which one do you want to ride. And usually, for me anyway, it's Fromage. Because ever since they made the Lemonade, you can just use her effect twice in a turn and just get a bunch of cards. And the opponent knows this. Basically, what I'm trying to say is Tsukuyomi is the only think tank deck you actually have to think with.
Yep.
Ironic, isn't it?
Yeah. Magus, the only thing you have to do is go, what was the card that was on top again? I forgot.
Yeah, CEO and Magus, remember what cards you left on top. Battle Sisters, B Royal Paladins, Battle Witches. Just play. There's really nothing else you gotta remember. Just remember to take Lulu out of the soul. And then get your 3 cards. That's it. Man, I'm starting to see why Oracle Think Tank was kind of left behind. They're not really super spectacular outside of Tsukuyomi in terms of, what they actually do. Their art is really good, but they don't really have a theme. Not that Genesis is too much better with their whole, we don't actually do anything until we get to grade 3.
Until we have a stack this tall.
There's also the other thing, like a lot of this stuff, at least back then, it was super generic. It's probably going to change in the extra booster, but I haven't looked at it yet. That's Elliot's territory. Hopefully he'll get back to me about that.
Elliot, our traveling bum.
Yep. So, until next time, everybody, get better, buddy, fight. I'm starting to get mad at you. Stop getting rid of all of our good characters.
And support your other clans. They're shriveling up over there in the corner.
Worlds.
Other worlds, thank you.
Alright, see you, everybody.
See ya.